welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As always, there will be timestamps listed down below so you can jump around, and if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. I do try to post as regularly as possible with as many new releases as possible, so being subscribed and turning that notification bell on will go a long way in ensuring that you never miss out on all the fun, new content, new releases, and everything that is the Fawn family. Now, I tested out so many products, and unfortunately this one was filled with hits and misses. My last couple first impressions were pretty much all wins. There was like one or two items that didn't perform very well. This one had a lot of issues. I even had to remove all of my face makeup and start again because it was just so cakey and it was driving me crazy. Now, I'm going to be inserting a clip at the beginning of this showing you guys some skincare. I actually filmed that over a week ago, as of today anyway. I'm not sure when this video is going up. Today's the 9th. And I was going to do a full face that day, and then I got hit with such a migraine that I couldn't keep going. So all I did was do some skincare, and then I had to call it a day. So that's going to kind of probably come in and just, it might be a little bit of a harsh cut because I forgot about that when I did start this video out, and then I remembered now. So we're just going to get into all of these products and the hits and the misses. So I'm going to start out with some new brushes. Oh, I never actually ended up testing this one out. So I did test out these guys. I also tested out two new Scott Barnes eyeshadow brushes, but that's not in this video, but I do want to still touch on it, so I gotta grab it. Alright, I used, for the ones that are not in this video, the Scott Barnes 61 and 63. These brushes are game changers. They are incredible. Everybody needs these in their lives. They are so phenomenal. It is unbelievable. The 63 just smokes out your lower lash line and helps connect your shadow so beautifully, and it builds the color so wonderfully. This is such a unique brush. I've never seen anything like it, and it really truly is spectacular. And then the 61 is this little fan brush, but it is amazing in your crease. It so defines the crease unlike any other brush I have ever tried. I cannot recommend those two brushes enough. You're going to be seeing these in tutorials all the time. They are going to become staples as of today. They are so good. I'm going to end up buying a backup of both of those brushes because whenever I have a brush that's just like so spectacular, I make sure I have a backup in case something ever happens to it. And these two, I can't imagine not doing my makeup with. They're just mind-blowing. Then I also tested out the Scott Barnes 67. This is a very, very nice powder brush, but I don't think you need this. I don't think it did any better of a job than my IT Cosmetics that I used to set my face. It is gorgeous. It is ergonomically friendly. It's luxurious. It covers a nice large area. It is beautiful. I just don't think that you need to have this one the way you need those two other eyeshadow brushes. So I'm happy I tested it, but I could have lived without it. And then I have 4 Sonia G brushes that I tested out that are so beautiful. This fan brush is the Fan Pro. It is different from the one that I have been using, which I have currently misplaced. But, oh, there we go. This is the one that you guys have been seeing me use on camera for spotlighting. This one just released. This one is the Sculpt 3. The new one came in a kit with all of these guys. I just didn't have a chance to try this one out. So this one was so beautiful for spotlighting with. The bristles are so soft. It gets such a nice, precise application. It gives a beautiful pop. This brush is all these are very worthwhile. The Cheek Pro, this is so spectacular for contour. I likely will be using this and like just this moving forward for contour. You guys do see all of these brushes in action. You see the eyeshadow brushes in the Carity Valentine's Day tutorial video, but this one for contour is a game changer. It is so good. And then the Face Pro, I used this for blush and it was so beautiful. It picks up so much product. It is crazy. So you need the littlest bit of product, just one light little dunk in your blush and you are golden. This will help prolong your product. It gives a very smooth airbrushed application. It's really nice. And then the Inochiji, I have no idea, Pro, I don't even think you guys are going to be able to read it. This brush was really great for setting under the eye. It just laid down the powder really nicely. It gave a very smooth application. I don't think you need this in your lives, but it is beautiful and it did a really great job. I'm just going to keep picking at this and then we'll have some hits and some misses. So I finally tested out one of my Makeup Forever Starlit Diamond powders. This is in the shade 107 and this is so beautiful. I swatched it during the eye tutorial. It is so reflective and intense and just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I've had these for so long and just never played and I've been missing out. It is so, so good. And then I also have the Carity Rose All Day palette on my eyes. This was fantastic, and I swatched out the new shades for the Carity liquid lips as well in that tutorial. Then I tested, I'm wearing the Scott Barnes false lashes in the style Lexie. These are really great. They are comfortable. They were so easy to apply. They are flexible. They just go on really nicely. They're not budging. They're lightweight. So these were definitely a huge win. I did want to get 2 other styles, but they were sold out, so I'm going to have to just keep checking back on the website and hopefully be able to pick them up. Then the Scott Barnes Multimedia Liquid Makeup. This reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Filter Flawless, whatever that foundation is. It is so beautiful, but to me this is not a foundation, just like the Charlotte Tilbury one is also not really a foundation. The Charlotte Tilbury one is a primer, and to me this one acts like a primer. It is so unbelievably dewy and luminous. It gives a very healthy, radiant effect to your skin, but it's too much for me to wear on its own, which is crazy because I love the highlight and the dewiness and all of that. I'm not so much into the matte look, but this was just excessively dewy. It even felt oily. It is separated with like oil and pigment, and you shake it and stir it and then apply it. The color was really beautiful. The application was really beautiful. And then because it wasn't really a foundation-esque finish, I did put the L'Oreal Infallible foundation up to 24-hour fresh wear in the shade 405 over top of it. And this did make this foundation look so beautiful. I had put this combo on my face and then just the foundation on my neck and chest so you guys could see both finishes. And they performed really beautifully. It gave such a dewy appearance. But then I set my face and everything fell apart, and then I had to wipe it off. And when I wiped it off and reapplied, I just held off on using the Scott Barnes liquid foundation, and I only right now am wearing the L'Oreal. I am not obsessed with this foundation. I had much higher hopes for it. It really settled into fine lines and smile lines and wrinkles so quickly. I didn't even have a chance to start. Oh, I forgot to bronze. I was gonna say start bronzing. I knew I missed a step to start with my blush before it was totally sunk into my lines and exaggerating everything. So I am not a fan of this. The color is a little bit light for me. It's 405, which would have been fine. I was judging it just on the formula. It blended out beautifully. It built up really nicely. The coverage is really nice. It gives a really beautiful natural finish. I have way too many other options for foundations that don't immediately start settling into everything and exaggerating things that you don't want exaggerated. So I was not a fan, and that really bummed me out. Then I tried out the VDL Lumi Layer Metal Cushion Primer. This is really nice. I have to play with it some more. I'm not sure what the staying power is going to be of it or anything like that, but it did feel really nice, and it gives this slight pinkish purple glow to your skin, which you totally don't see once you put foundation on. It just gives you that initial really nice glow to your skin, and it feels really nice. It's very smoothing and silky, and so far I like it. I just don't know how great it is in terms of a primer. I'm really gonna have to put it to the test some more. You get this like silicone-y type of powder puff, and then you push the powder puff down into the metal. I do demo it, and then all the product comes out. So you also get a backup cushion for it, which is really great. Like I said, I'm just not 100% sure on the effects. I do want to try it out with some other foundations and go from there. Then I swatched and tested out the Jouer Bouquet d'Amour 6 Shade Blush Palette. This is really pretty. The shade selection is really nice. You get some luminous blushes and then matte blushes. And these two shades, the two corner shades, well, this one and this one, are very intense. But if you mix it with one of the other more nude, subdued shades, it's very customizable. So this is a really nice palette. They're very pigmented, and you do get a very nice selection of your, nectarine, coral color to your nudes, to your mauves, to your pinks. So I do think that this is a very nice palette, as everything is going everywhere. Then I tested out the Benefit Roller Liner Eyeliner. I've had this since it launched, and I'm just now getting around to it. This is so black, pigmented, smooth. It goes on very like liquidy and just like bam, it's there, and then it dries down to a matte finish. This is a really great eyeliner. It is a felt tip, and I generally like a pen more than a felt, but this is really good, and I highly recommend it. Then I have to play with this some more. The Ray Morris Invisible Mattifier Invisible Face Powder. This is that silicone dimethicone type of like a putty, but it turns to a powder. And I tried applying it. I went and looked at Lisa Eldridge because this is some new technology that I was just like so at a loss over. And I tried to apply it exactly how she did with the same type of brush and, patting it over top, but it totally separated my foundation. So I don't know if the issue was this foundation and it doesn't play well, if it didn't like the foundation brush I chose. I then also tried it with a powder brush and it didn't perform well that way either. This does say that it doubles as a primer, so I do want to try this out as a primer, and I want to try it out further with other foundations just to see what the deal is with it, because today I couldn't get it to perform nicely. Then what completely wrecked the foundation was the Scott Barnes Plush Pressed Powder. This looks so beautiful, and I thought that it was just going to blow me away, and it got very cakey, heavy. It emphasized fine lines, wrinkles. It created fine lines. It darkened my concealer and my base. I just was so not impressed with it, and that was like it. I had to take my makeup off and start over again. Then I tried the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. I had shade 11. It was way too light for me, but I still wanted to test it out. It blends out so beautifully and it wears very nicely. It's not very creasy or anything like that. I don't think that it's like Bam maximum cover concealer, but it is a very nice, very lightweight concealer, and I want to pick up a darker shade to be able to really see how much I like it when I have my correct shade. I use the Laura Mercier Magic Hour Face Illuminator palette. I do not like this palette. It is not glowy or blinding or like that bam in your face highlight that you guys know I love. And these two shades are extremely dark, which, you know, I kind of thought it would be. Well, this shade anyway, I thought that one would be dark. I wasn't expecting this one to be so dark. So I don't like when companies do that. You know, I would rather them come up with, you know, 2 volumes of a highlighter palette, one for, you know, fair light, one for medium deep at a minimum, if not even more. But there's 2 highlights out of 4 that I can never use, and then same with medium and deeper skin tones. They wouldn't be able to use these 2 shades, and it just isn't smooth, buttery. It didn't melt into the skin. It sat on top of the skin, so it wasn't even highlighty enough. It was also just not a good formula, so I don't like this one at all. I would pass. And like I said, I wouldn't even get it if you're just somebody who likes a more natural faint highlight, because the formula just wasn't great. I don't know if it would be better on maybe oily skin types, if it would somehow work a little bit better with the oil, but it just wasn't a great highlighting palette. I also tested out the By Terry Trio Compact Gem Glow All Over Perfection Illuminator. This was very nice. It gave a similar appearance to my skin as my Lancome Radiant Smoothing Powder in Le Pêche. And I just swirled my brush all around in there, tapped it off. I have to sneeze. I want to say that there is the ever so slightest bit of shimmer in this, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just more radiant than it is shimmery, and it is very beautiful, very smooth, and it just gives a beautiful glow to your face. So I do enjoy this quite a bit. That I already talked about. I had the packaging. I also tested out the Urban Decay Brow Blade Waterproof Pencil and Ink Stain. I've also had this forever and haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I think it's really good. This is way too dark of a shade for me. I had to tone it down, and I also tried it in conjunction with the Urban Decay Brow Guide. I've never used a stencil before, so I did want to try it out for you guys. I forgot about the stencil until after foundation, concealer, setting powder, all of that was laid down. So I did have to stick it over foundation, and it did hold up, but you're not going to get as much use out of the stencil if you're not applying it directly onto clean skin. And then it did disrupt the foundation. I had to just kind of go over it with the Beauty Blender again to even it all out. I'm not sure how I feel about the stencil. I think it did a good job. It's just something that I'm not used to, so I need to play with it some more. But it was definitely more tricky to try to place it on and make sure it was even and fill everything in correctly. So I do want to try this without foundation on, and there are 4 shapes. You get 2 packets of each shape, which I think is really great. So I am going to play with that further. And then this did go on really smoothly and nicely, very pigmented, but again, it was the wrong shade, so it totally threw everything off. So I need to get a lighter shade. This was Taupe Trap, and I'm usually the shade Taupe, but it was much darker. I also tested out the Marc Jacobs Fine Liner Ultra Skinny Gel Eye Crayon in 18 Blacker Berry. This is gorgeous. It just melts into your waterline, your tight line. The color payoff is really nice. It is so slim and easy to use, to tight line, to waterline, without even like having to maneuver your eyes around. This is beautiful. I also tested out the Sulwhasoo Essential Lip Serum Stick in number 2 Blossom Serum. It's very vintage and pretty. It gives like the slightest hue, not really much at all. It's more clear than anything, and it does feel really nice. It's not something that's like crazy uber moisturizing, but it is still moisturizing and nourishing, just not as intense as I like my lip products to be, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't mind-blowing. Then I tested the Becca Glow Gloss in Molten Mauve. This is a beautiful formula. It is super nourishing. It's not sticky, tacky, it doesn't get goopy or gather or anything like that. The color is really nice. The only thing about it is it smells really bad. I can't place my finger on it. It's almost like a mixture of paint and something else. Like, it's weird, but it doesn't linger. You can't smell it when it's on your lips. You only smell it while you're applying it and you're like, oh, and then it's totally dissipates. So I'm okay with that, to just have to suck it up while I'm applying it. And then the staying power is awesome. I've had it on for about an hour. I've been talking and it's not budging. It's really nice. So I am impressed with the formula. I just wish they'd improve the scent. And then skincare, I tested out the Good Molecules Wake Up Eye Serum. I got this in my Lucky Bag from Beautylish. I'm not sure if it is available yet. It was not available on their website when I received the Lucky Bag a couple weeks ago, but it might be available now. And it has a low dose of caffeine in it, so you're actually able to use it every day. Caffeine isn't one of the top ingredients, so it's not going to just suck the life out of your eyes. So, and it's a very lightweight, silky. It layers with other products really beautifully. So far I am enjoying this. I just have to give it some more time. And then the Pixie skincare. They just released a collagen version. This is the vitamin C kit, and I'm not going to be buying the collagen because I'm just not that impressed with the vitamin C. So first I tested out the In Shower Steam Facial. This does have collagen and peptides in it. It is a self-heating collagen mask, and when I put it on in the shower, it did not heat up. I tried to really massage it in. I tried to crank the steam up. Like, I tried so hard and it just did not warm up, which is really odd. And then as I was rinsing it, my skin literally was squeaky clean. It was so weird. It wasn't hydrated or plumped. It was like it squeaked. It was so clean. And this does say that it nourishes and it deeply cleanses as heat is released. So I totally agree that it deeply cleanses, but I don't think it nourishes and heat is not released. So I'm really bummed about that. And then the rest of the skincare actually gave me a bit of an allergic reaction. My face was just itching for hours and hours and hours afterwards. So I enjoyed the application. I enjoyed the way these next 4 products felt. I was really happy with it. And then my skin was just so irritated. And I do not have sensitive skin. I have very much just normal skin. So be aware of that. So I got the Vitamin C Juice Cleanser, and I was so excited for this because it's a no rinse cleanser. So I was thinking it might be something like my Dior No Rinse Micellar Milk Cleanser, but more on the refreshing end of it rather than the nourishing end. And it really was. It performed so well. It smells so fresh, so good. I really love the performance, but my skin just couldn't hack it. And then I tried the Vitamin C Tonic Brightening Toner. Again, it was really nice, just irritating. And then the Vitamin C Lotion and the Vitamin C Caviar Balm. Again, these were both so nice. They felt very nourishing, very silky smooth, plumping, hydrating. The textures of both of these are fantastic, but my skin just reacted to it in an adverse way, which is really a bummer because I really liked them. So I think that covers all the products. There was a lot. So if you guys want to see all of this in action, then just keep on watching. Okay, I just got out of the shower and I need to grab the facial in steam, in shower type of thing that I tested out, but I really need to get moisture on my face. So I'm going to try the Pixie Vitamin C Juice Cleanser. It has orange flower water and it's a brightening cleanser. This is also a no rinse, so it's brightening, it's antioxidant. It has a brightening cleansing water with a stable vitamin C, and it also has ferulic acid with probiotics to help preserve and protect the skin. And my SkinCeuticals vitamin C serum has ferulic CE, and it's like the creme de la creme de la creme for vitamin C. So I'm very excited to see that in here. And I think it's awesome they don't have to rinse it. I've been really hooked on my Dior Micellar No Rinse Milk whenever I need like a quick cleanse. And then this might be a little bit more cleansing than nourishing and cleansing. So we're gonna test her out. You get 5.07 fluid ounces or 150 ml. And it has that nice pump that you just put your cotton round on. I'll be taking my Shiseido facial cottons. These are the only things that I use. It smells really good. It's citrusy. This is very refreshing. It's really nice, and it actually has some moisture in there too. So I'm going to be testing this out further, and then I will let you guys know in a monthly video how this ended up performing overall. But first impressions, it's really good. So I'm going to go do a few other steps, and then I did pick up the little trio just to give this all a shot. And oh wait, there's vitamin C toner. I have to do the toner first. So this little trio, you get a vitamin C lotion, which is a brightening lotion, and a vitamin C tonic we're going to put on right now, and then a balm, which is a leave-on mask. So this sounds really good. They do have all of these in a full size as well. I just know how much I love my skincare, and you guys have been wanting me to test out some more affordable skincare, and all of this looked amazing. I do have a Pixie referral link that will save you a little bit of money. It's not an affiliate link, but I do have it listed down below, and it just goes really far with companies when they see people using referral links for purchases. So I really appreciate it if you use that link when you purchase from Pixie. This smells really good too. There's no tingling or any kind of like harsh exfoliating reaction. It's just very refreshing, and it smells so good. Okay, now I'm gonna go do a few more steps, and then I will be back to try out those two products. All right, I just did one of my Foreo treatments. Oh my gosh, my brows are a disaster. So while this soaks in a little bit more, I'm gonna talk about this baby that I tested out in the shower. So it is an in-shower steam facial with Asacia collagen and peptides, and it's a self-heating collagen mask. So it says that it nourishes and deeply cleanses as heat is released when massaged into skin, which transforms the gel into an oil. Now, I feel like it deeply cleansed. I don't really feel like it nourished, and it didn't warm up. I kept massaging it, then I turned the heat up in the shower. Like nothing that I did, whether it was a hotter steam, hotter water, massaging, nothing got it to warm up. So that was really weird to me. And then when I finished rinsing, it was like squeaky clean. Like, I mean, it squeaked. My skin was so clean, and I did it over my neck, my chest, and my face. So the deep cleanse, yes, but the nourishing and the heating, I don't think so. And I wanna let you guys know too that the gel is very much like a glycerin. And when I was in the shower, that fell off of my finger so easily because, you know, you're wet, you're in the shower. So I lost my first drop. So if you do try this out, just be mindful of that it is a little bit of a difficult formula to use wet. And if it's dry, this works wonderfully. I mean, right now there is like the slightest warming sensation, but I mean, I need to concentrate to feel it. And now this is on dry skin, not damp skin in the shower, but it's still not even warm. No, and it's gone. Yeah, this does not warm. And it does turn into an oil on dry skin, like you can see that. So it was just kind of difficult to use while your skin is wet. I don't know, it was odd. I was hoping for more out of this. You get 4.57 fluid ounces or 135 milliliters. And it's also supposed to help retain moisture and provide a plumping effect. And then you just leave it on during the duration of your shower and rinse off at the end. And this seems super nourishing, but once you rinse it, it's just like as if you've done the deepest cleanse imaginable, which we need from time to time. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just, I wouldn't want to use this regularly because I feel like it would strip my natural oils and cells more than it needs to be. So I'm happy I could test that out for you guys, but so far I am loving this cleanser and this toner. It is beautiful. And I thought in this video I'll try out the Good Molecules Wake Up Eye Serum that I got in one of the lucky bags. So this has caffeine and pumpkin extract to brighten, firm, and depuff. You get 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. It has not yet launched and I have no idea what it retails for. So you can use this every day because the caffeine is further down in the ingredients, so you don't need to worry about that. And it says a few drops around your eyes in the morning and at night. So this is what the droplet looks like. Yes, it's very jelly. Oh, it's not heavy though. It looked like it would be very thick. This is very, very thin. So this will be beautiful to have other products layer over top of it. And here's what the bottle looks like. Okay, so onto the Pixie Vitamin C Lotion. This has antioxidants, collagen, and it helps boost skin luminosity. It's for all skin types. You get half an ounce in this little kit. So there's what it looks like. Whoa, okay, that comes out quickly and it's just a white cream. Oh, this is really lightweight. It's kind of milky. This line smells so good. This feels wonderful. This is beautiful. Wow. I'm obviously gonna have to report back, you know, if it broke me out or anything like that, but this feels so lightweight, but so nourishing and fresh. And the smell is not overpowering. It just smells really fresh, citrusy, and delicious. And then there's this Vitamin C Caviar Balm, which is a brightening leave-on mask. Again, it has the antioxidants, the collagen, and all that to boost luminosity. So we massage it onto face and allow the vitamins to melt into the skin and let it absorb. Oh, this is what the balm looks like. Yeah, you can see this is much thicker than the cream. Okay, this is wonderful. I so recommend these products on first impression. Wow. And whatever you guys do to your face, you should always bring down your neck and chest as well. It wrinkles, it ages, it gets sunspots, you get tech neck. So it's very important to take care of all of your delicate skin, not just your face, or as we age, your face will appear younger than your neck and chest, and we don't want that. And it's also really good to take your time with skincare and really massage it and work it into your face, because it will help like invigorate your skin, and it will just get the blood flowing. And it's like when you have a facial and the esthetician really works on massaging. It's to get the blood flow going, remove any of the acid buildup, help with drainage. So I really stick with my Clarisonic Smart Profile for the massager, because it really does wonders for the face when you can get everything moving. Flawless makeup starts with a flawless base. And I also have this Sulwhasoo Essential Lip Serum Stick. It's in number 2 Blossom Serum. And you apply day and night whenever your lips feel dry. So I thought we should try this out. You get 0.10 ounces or 3 grams. Oh, this is pretty. Whoa, it is so vintage looking. Look at the top. That is stunning. Ooh, nice job. Oh, it's like a little lipstick balm. Oh, this feels really good. This is really nice. It's very lightweight, but it's so nourishing. So here's what my skin looks like. And I'm very happy with this. So I'm gonna let all of this sink in, and then we will start a first impressions. All right, we have so many new first impressions to put to the test today, and then I'm going to do my eye tutorial in a separate video. I also wanted to show you guys how cute this little doe eye mask is. I know a lot of you saw it on Instagram when I took a screenshot from Ulta, and I did buy 3 extra ones for a future giveaway, but this is just way too adorable. Like, look at the little heart nose, the lashes. I am in love with this thing. It is so stinking cute. So I thought this would be an appropriate time to share this little baby, and she's $8. Now I'm going to try out the VDL Lumi Layer Metal Cushion Primer. You guys saw me receive this in my Lucky or Lucky XL bag. I had already purchased it, so this one went into the giveaway. It is a primer that fresh content maintained by metal plate soothes skin and pigment brightens up complex, and it is a unique cosmetics brand dedicated to women who actively seek out and realize their dreams and desires. They have interactions with world-renowned makeup artists, fashion designers, celebrities, and just a whole lot of really cool things. Now I'm quickly glancing the ingredients, and I'm not seeing alcohol, which is amazing, and that makes sense because I would not have purchased it otherwise. So you get a net weight of 15 grams or 0.52 ounces times 2. That's how it comes. So we have one all set and ready to go, and then you get your little backup cushion primer as well. It's nice that they separate it like that, so it will just stay fresher longer rather than putting it all together in one compact. Then there is a mirror, little powder puff, and it is sealed. Boom. Now, this pushes down. There are little holes in there, but nothing's coming out yet. Oh, there we go. Needs to be primed. So you can see the liquid coming out. Actually, I'm going to quickly throw my hair up and I will be right back. Okay, so this puff isn't really a typical puff. It's a little bit more, oh, I don't know what the word is. Like it's slip. It's almost like there's silicone type of a base to it. And it does say to put the puff in here and then press down. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. So we're gonna pick it up on this and see what happens. Oh, that is pearly. There's a pink reflect. That's going to give the skin such a beautiful luminosity under foundation. Look at, I'm not sure if you guys can quite make out that pink reflect and the sheen versus the side that doesn't have it. I think you can. This feels really nice and it is so pretty. It really gives the skin this beautiful luminosity. All right, I have quite a few foundations and I'm having a hard time figuring out which ones I want to try first. And I did just quickly color correct using my Urban Decay color corrector in Peach. I think I'm gonna go with the Scott Barnes Multimedia Liquid Makeup. You get 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce, which is typical. And it says, Hollywood's most famous makeup artist, Scott Barnes, has created this amazing versatile foundation. Multimedia instantly creates youthful, fresh-looking skin. It delivers high color payoff, medium to full coverage, we better get it to full, and wears up to 12 hours. Get ready for your close-up, no filter necessary. Before using, for the first time, invert the bottle and tap the bottom to loosen the foundation's colorants. Stir thoroughly using the applicator provided, wipe onto fingertips, and blend into skin. Okay. Oh, there's a little Scott Barnes stir. I also picked up a few of his brushes, the setting powder, and one style of falsies. There were actually 3 styles that, oh, it looks pretty, that I really wanted to get, but 2 of them were completely sold out. So, wet. Invert and tap, and then stir. Well, we're gonna do that. This looks very liquidy. It's a very chic, luxurious looking bottle though. This is so funny. This looks like it has a little bit of a peach undertone. And it's very, very oily. You know, this reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Foundation, where it is very luminous and it's not so typical of a foundation. I enjoy it as a primer, and this is giving me the similar vibe. It's uber dewy. It's a pretty good color match, but I mean, I like dewy. This is a little excessive. Yeah, we're gonna try this as a base and put other foundation over top because holy cow, this can't be serious on its own. So the other foundation that I was debating on for today is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation up to 24-hour fresh wear. I picked up the shade 405. You do get a fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. So let's see how this baby covers, and hopefully this will give it a really pretty luminous base. Ooh, that's a nice pump. And then I'll try, oh, this is very runny. This foundation out on its own as well. Well, this foundation's beautiful. The Scott Barnes made it very luminous, and then you can see my neck and chest where I applied only the foundation, that it's just this very beautiful natural finish. It's not crazy full coverage, it's a good medium to full, but it performed really well on its own and mixed and becoming nice and dewy. So I do really like that. Okay, I also have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Light Capturing Self Setting Concealer. I picked up shades 10 and 11, looks like. This foundation in shade 405 is a pretty perfect match too. It's really good. That's like white. That would be shade 10. White. These are not what they look like online. Holy cow. So that's white. I guess let's see how it is, and then I can always darken it up a little bit. it's really, really light, but it blended out so nicely and just meshed really well with the other, the foundation color. It's definitely a little bit too light for me, but the formula is beautiful. Okay, then I have this Scott Barnes Plush Pressed Powder. Petal PP. There we go. That looks like the powder is likely broken. The compact is beautiful though, but are we broken? No, we're not. Just powdery. So I picked up, oh my gosh, quite a few new brushes. I have this beautiful powder brush from Scott Barnes. This is the 67. Then I have the 65. This looks like it'll be really great to contour. And then a few eye brushes. The 63. Look how unique that is to help smoke it out. 61. That's gonna get all up in the crease really nicely, and then same with 62. And then I have some new Sonia G, her new face set from Beautylish. Thinking maybe this one for setting under the eye. Well, that powder definitely darkened it. I don't think I like this powder. This powder is not really setting the makeup, but it's making it look a little cakey. Okay, I'm going to remove my base. I am not happy with this. I don't like this powder. And we're gonna start over with just the L'Oreal. I'll be right back. All right, I reapplied the VDL primer as well as the L'Oreal foundation and the Makeup Forever concealer. When I reapplied the foundation on its own, it is definitely a little bit too fair for me. The Scott Barnes under it did help kind of warm it up a little bit, so I would need a darker shade in this foundation, but if you guys are even more fair than I am, this might be your perfect shade. But this finish is very beautiful. I really do like the way this foundation looks. So now I'm gonna try out this Ray Morris Invisible Mattifier Invisible Face Powder. It is made in Italy. I also received this during my Lucky XL bag unboxing. So it says apply with a powder brush. Used as a finishing powder, it leaves a velvety invisible film for increased makeup hold. You can use it as a primer to even out the complexion and prepare your skin for makeup. So I'm gonna try this as a primer in another video, but I don't understand this technology because this is very dimethicone silicone based. So the fact that this, you take a brush and it turns into a powder kind of blows my mind. So I'm gonna take the Lexie 510 foundation brush. This is so weird. Oh my God. This is so I'm so nervous. Okay, that's totally disrupting my foundation. What? Okay, this is doing exactly what I thought it would do, and that is not really cool. I'm gonna try a different brush. This is totally making it gather. Okay, this is not playing nicely over foundation. It might be this particular foundation. I'm not sure. Buffed out, we're gonna try this primer in another video. Okay, I have this by Terry Trio Compact Gem Glow. It's an all over perfection illuminator. This is the cutest packaging. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is very sleek, very pretty. That's what she looks like. So let's see how this baby performs. She's pigmented. That is a very subtle, beautiful sheen. It makes the foundation look dewy. Like, look at this side, and then the matte side. This actually gives a similar effect to my Lancome Le Pêche. Very pretty. Okay, so I've had the new Urban Decay brow products for about 2 weeks now, and I've been dying to see what they're like. So I picked up the Brow Guide. It's a multi-pack that has 4 different stencils in it. I am terrified to try this out on camera because I've never used a stencil before, but I'm gonna try it out for you guys. Then I picked up the Brow Blade. It's a waterproof pencil plus an ink stain. This is giving me a similar vibe to the MAC eyebrow stain for what the pencil looks like, or the pen part of it. It says, create a flawless brow that looks microbladed without the tattooed commitment. This 2-step brow styler allows you to draw on superfine polished arches. Use the waterproof pencil to define the center and tail end of the brow, or just fill in sparse areas. Apply the precise brush-tipped brow stain to create hair-like strokes. Apply stain to clean skin, as ink can interact with other products and can cause the color to shift. And I didn't mean to do this before foundation in case I had to remove it, and I totally forgot. And then I also have the Brow Endowed Brow Volumizer Primer and Color. This is our training brow for the less than full arches. Our unique waterproof 2-step brow volumizer creates the illusion of brows you were born with or wish you had been. You swipe on the primer to amp up the volume of your existing brows, and then coat the primer with the tinted brow cream to fill in sparse areas and intensify and instantly define your arches. So I think we can only use one product and then the other in another video. So this one, those are the 4 different stencils that you get. And I actually have no idea which one I want to even try. There's the Holy Grail, the Rounder, the Double Tap. I don't want to do the Double Tap. And the Curve. The Curve is kind of like what I already do my brows as, so I'm wondering if I should just step out of that. This is what the Rounder looks like. I am so so terrified to try this. Oh my god. I don't think that these are very universal. I feel like I should put the stain down first. I don't know. This is going to be a disaster. I don't love this, but I was definitely expecting worse. I think the product itself is good. I'm just not really into stencils like that. Now I'm going to take the Sonia G Cheek Pro and contour using my Dior Backstage Contour Palette. I always use this shade. This brush is really nice. Now the foundation is settling very hardcore into my smile lines, and that doesn't typically happen this soon, so I'm not loving the foundation. Okay, so I have this Jouer 6 shade blush palette. I almost didn't get it, but I couldn't resist. It looked way too pretty. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful. Wow. This is very nice. Let's do a quick little swatch. So they're all 6 shades. Obviously that tangerine color and this hot pink are pretty intense, but it's nice that there are so many nudes to pick from and you can just mix them and really tone it down. So what I'm thinking, it's probably mixing Marigold and Nomi together. I have this Sonia G Face Pro. Might be a little bit much for blush, but we're gonna try. Whoa, that's pigmented. I also have this Mercier Magic Hour Face Illuminator palette. This looks really pretty. I feel nice too. There are the swatches. 2 of the shades actually look too dark for me. So we are going to take my Ray Morris Deluxe Kabuki #1 and go into the gold. Not as blinding as I like my highlights. Okay, now I'm going to take this Sonia G Fan Pro, which is different from the one that I have been using. I've been using the Sculpt 3. So we're going to try this baby out today. I'm going to go into this shade. This brush is really nice. This highlight palette is just not up my alley. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that this was helpful, informative, and if you guys haven't already purchased some of these products, that it either helped make up your mind to purchase them or to stay away from them, or if you were just curious about some of them altogether, like I was with Scott Barnes, for instance, then I hope that this covered everything that you were hoping that it would. So that does it for this video. Please thumbs it up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.